Welcome back everybody to another episode of the GC Informer. I am Snowy, otherwise known as Count Fracula, and we're going to go through one thing at least I'm not very happy about. We'll start though with another thing, and that is Sea of Thieves, the Xbox or Microsoft exclusive piratey multiplayer thing, is going into closed beta starting today. The beta will run from the 24th to the 29th of January, during which time you can play the game as much as you like, providing you purchased it beforehand. There were certain cutoffs for various different tiers, but if you do have access to it, you'll be able to load it now and play the beta. Obviously, we don't know how well the game is going to perform, how it's going to be, and this is obviously the test for that, so I'm kind of looking forward to seeing how well it actually plays and how it's going to be. Also though, they're running a little competition. While this beta is going on, there is a little competition that you can enter during the beta period. I think if you're a player, and there'll be like a link to do it, where you can name an achievement in the game. This achievement is probably going to be pun based, let's be honest, but it's going to be a community named achievement. It's not, I don't think it's specific what it's aimed for. I think you can actually make up what the achievement actually is as well. I might be wrong on that front, but anyway. Your little comment-y achievement thing is then voted on by other players of the beta, and the comment with the most votes at the end of the beta, the 29th, will get put in the game, which I think is a really nice little idea and gets people that have access to actually play it and have a look at it and experience the game, which is quite a good idea actually, good PR move, well done. Regardless, we've no idea how it's going to be, whether it's going to be a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm looking forward to seeing what people think of this beta. That might influence my purchase or lack thereof later on. I've decided to save the topic that's irking me for tomorrow, but I will instead talk about a little thing that Microsoft are doing with the Xbox Game Pass. For those of you who don't know, the Xbox Game Pass is basically a subscription-based service, much like PlayStation Plus, where you pay £10 or $10 a month to have access to a big pool of games that they have, and they add new ones to it all the time. I don't know if they've taken any away from it yet, but what they are adding to this subscription service is all future Microsoft first-party titles going forward. This will include Sea of Thieves and things like Halo 6 and Crackdown 3 whenever that happens, and that is genuinely a really good idea from a PR standpoint and from a standpoint of actually getting people onto your platform to play games where they don't actually have to buy all of these games at once. They don't have to buy all of your big first party AAA games. They can just pay $10 a month to get access to them, which is genuinely quite a good idea. Another good point of this though is because of the Microsoft Play Anywhere thing. If you own a Windows PC, you can buy the Xbox Game Pass and have access to those games on your PC as well. For really not a large amount of money, there is going to be quite a few AAA games on there, like the all own first-party stuff, and a ton of indie games. My only bit of skepticism around this is whether or not it's going to try and selling games to us just wholesale and go, hey, $60, there's a game, yep, thanks. And just shift it to a more subscription-based service entirely, which I wouldn't be a huge fan of. It's things like Photoshop and Microsoft Office are doing, which I do Photoshop out of sufferance. I don't like doing it with any other piece of software if I can get away with it. That's my only bit of skepticism, but other than that, this is quite a good idea, and from Microsoft, a very good idea to get people to get onto their platform to play their games on their system. And that's it for this episode of the GC Informer. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give us a like, subscribe or a share, whatever you fancy. Our social links are down in the description, along with a link to our Discord. As always, stay tuned to GameCast for more news, reviews, let's plays and podcasts. I have been Snowy, and I'll see you next time for more news.